Good morning, all, on a beautiful day. We will start the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for June 17th, 2023. We have a quorum. All members except for John Gahn are here, and John is gone, and he'll be back the next meeting and has an excuse. Would everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Has everybody had an opportunity to read the minutes of the last meeting? Are there any modifications? Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Scott, could you give us any announcements for the town council meeting?
Sure. Town council met yesterday at a public hearing. We voted on some housekeeping issues in the town code to clean up stuff about the Planning and Zoning Commission, now that there's one Planning and Zoning Commission, not a Planning and a Zoning Commission. We also heard updates from various committees, and our town manager's report is probably the most exciting news, which is, as you can probably see from the video, the beach restoration has begun. It will, unfortunately, according to the schedule, carry on through July 4th. They'll move to the south towards Wellington Parkway after they move north towards Ocean View Parkway. And because they're likely to be working in and around Wellington, which is the only place the town can light fireworks from, the 4th of July fireworks have been postponed until September 3rd. So there'll be Labor Day fireworks. And I think that's the exciting news from our hearing.
Thank you. Susan, the Non-Residential Design Committee.
Did not meet.
Okay. No meeting, so I guess we didn't do anything there. Okay. Do you have any questions for the Planning Commission from the audience at this time? Okay. New business, we have one item. The Planning and Zoning Commission, Town Bethany Beach will consider the application for a minor subdivision for property identified as Lot 18, 20, 22, and 24, Block 109, for property known as 312 Garfield Parkway in the R2 zoning district. Susan, could you take over, please?
Sure. Did you want to ask about it being advertised?
Well, I thought you'd just go
All
right
right,
into that.
I
Okay.
will do that too. All
I
right.
can ask you, Susan, was it advertised?
Are you
Yes,
the-
public
you're
notice
the Lou
was-
Kilmer.
Yeah, I'll be Lou. Yeah.
Public notice was published in the Cape Gazette on May 5th and in Coastal Point on May 5th. The property was posted on May 5th. It was posted around town in 5 locations on May 5th, and it was noticed by mail was sent on May 5th, and it was on the town website also on May 5th. All right, this is a minor subdivision for Block 109, lots 18, 20, 22, and 24. It's known as 312 Garfield Parkway Extended, Bethany Beach, Delaware. Rob Plicko of Plicko Engineering for the property owners Timothy H. Edgar, Benjamin C. Hicken, Clement B. Edgar III, and James H. Edgar et al. Is requesting to subdivide the parcel known as 312 Garfield Parkway into 3 lots. Based upon the information provided, and just to remind you, it's a minor subdivision because it's more than 2 lots. That's the only difference. Okay. The property is zoned R2 residential pursuant to Appendix 3, Table of Dimensional Requirements in the R2 district. Minimum street frontage for lots is 60 feet, and minimum lot area for single-dwelling lots is 7,000 square feet. The parcel consists of 19,710 square feet. It has 143.79 feet of frontage on Garfield Parkway Extended, and is approximately 124.84 feet deep. There are no improvements on the parcel. At some point, the previous owner of the property, Robert Hicks, combined 4 lots to create one large parcel. Lots 18, 20, and 22 were originally 40 by 125, approximately, and Lot 24 was an irregular shape, somewhat triangular, and had only 43.79 feet of frontage on Garfield Parkway Extended, and it was approximately 4,710 square feet in area. The applicant is proposing to create 3 lots with the original lot lines relocated. Lot 18 would have 50 feet of frontage and would be approximately 6,247.83 square feet in area. Lot 20 would have 50 feet of frontage and would be approximately 6,244.9 square feet in area. Lot 22 would have 43 feet of frontage and would be approximately 7,217.54 square feet in area. Point 5, although there are some larger in the 300 blocks of Garfield Parkway Extended, Hollywood Street, and Parkwood Street, 40-foot wide lots are typical. Garfield Parkway Extended has 5 out of 6, not including this parcel. Hollywood has 12 out of 17, not including a larger parcel that is a PRD. Parkwood Street has 7 out of 18. Wellington and Oakwood, as you go farther south, have none. It is also not unusual in the 300 blocks for lots to be less than 7,000 square feet in area. The lot depth on Garfield Extended is 124.83 feet. The lot depths on Hollywood and north side of Parkwood Street are also similar at 125 feet in length. You have copies of the plat, and full-size copies were in my office if you needed them. Any questions?
Anybody have questions? Okay, is there anyone here representing the owner? Could you state your name and address, please?
You need a microphone for this.
To bring your mic.
Oh, he's going to stand there.
I may not have heard, Christina
Could you state
Edgar.
your name and address, please, for the
Yes,
record?
Christina Edgar, 302 Garfield Parkway.
Okay.
I didn't hear, Susan, and I may just have missed it, that Laura Babineau is also one of the owners. There's 5 of them.
Okay, it just said et al. on
Okay.
all of the tax records, so I copied it that way, but, okay, I'll add that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. My name is Ray Blakeney. I'm with Plitco Engineering, and we prepared the subdivision plan that you have before you this morning. As Susan said, the property lies on the Garfield Parkway extension and the Maryland Avenue right-of-way. The property has been in the Edgar family for many decades. As Susan said, it was originally platted out as 4 individual lots of 40-foot width, basically typical to what's on Block 109 and 113 to the south. At some point in the past, as Susan mentioned, those lot lines were abandoned and the property was combined into one large parcel, but no other development was ever done on the property. It still lies undeveloped as you see it today. And again, what the family is asking for is to subdivide the property into 3 lots instead of 4, the 4 original lots. Typically 50-foot width, as Susan mentioned. Our lot on the end is a little narrower in the front, but much wider in the back, and actually has the largest square footage of all 3 lots. The family believes this is a good compromise between what's existing, and rather than come back for the 4 lots of 40-foot width, they want to make these a little more generous, a little less restrictive. So that's typically what they're asking for. I think that's really the sum of it. I think Susan did a great job of summarizing the issues. If I can answer any questions, and the family is here as well, the owners, they can answer any questions as well.
Do any of the commissioners have questions? Okay. Yes, sir, if you, okay. Anybody in the audience have a question? Yes, we have one. Could you state your name and your address, please?
My name's Tom Haley. I live at 3 Kent Avenue. I appreciate everybody being here. I'm sorry, my hearing's bad in one ear, and I didn't hear. So the frontage requested, I mean, the front, did you say 40 foot per lot? And thank you for everything you and your family have done for the town. I'm just curious.
The whole parcel has, let me find it, 143.79. And they divided it so that it was 50 and 50 and 43.879.
Yeah, I was just curious because I didn't hear what you had said, so I appreciate it, and thank you, everybody, for their time.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Philip Worley.
And you ought to be very pleased. We have the mayor running us.
The mayor's handing out the mic.
Thank you, Ms. Mayor.
My only question is, I live at 310. I'm Philip.
Name and address.
Did you state your name and address? You did. I thought you did.
Anybody else? Yeah, I live at 310, right next to the property, and I'm Philip Worley. My only question is, right now, the grade of the land, I'm on the highest lot on that street, and everything from my lot grades and drains to the storm drain in front of the Dinker Cottage. And I have seen when people get ready to build in the town, lots of times they'll bring in dirt and elevate their land. That would be very bad, because, like I was speaking to the land designer, if someone were to buy the lot right next to the Dinker Cottage first, and if they raised that land, it would impede the water flow, which is naturally going to the storm drain right now. There's no need to raise or elevate any of those properties, and that would create a domino effect and could eventually have water backing up on me and intruding into my home, when there's really no reason for someone to do that. I believe that there's no inspection point currently, but I would like to see that so that that doesn't happen to us or to the neighbors on the street behind us. When you're building one of these houses, grading is necessary anyway, so it would not truly have a cost impact to anyone if this was an inspection point.
Okay. Susan?
The only other thing I have, and she can answer this, I guess, afterwards, but I just wanted to mention while I'm here, there is traffic already on our street due to signage not being properly located, and people don't know that it's a dead end. And all summer long, we have people pulling up in our grass and at the end of the street, pulling up and running over my irrigation and stuff, because the signage at the very end of the street people don't see, because it's truly at the very end, and when they're looking down the road when they're turning in. And some people coming down Kent, all they see is the Garfield sign, and they think they're at Garfield, and it's really Garfield Extended. So it does create a problem on that street. If those signs could be relocated so that people could turn around before they come down to where the road narrows so drastically, it would be a help to the people on that street.
Okay, I think you just notified the senior staff of the town. Our number 2 is sitting in the back, so she will handle that. She'll take care, well,
Yeah, I
she'll
got
do
you.
something. She'll make sure it's studied properly.
Right, thank you.
Okay. Susan, do you have some comments on
Well, as far as
drainage?
grading, we try not to let them bring in any dirt unless it's to fill in low spots. There have been some that we work really hard to make that not happen, where they raise the lot tremendously. They have to match grades with the lots adjoining, so that's what we work toward. There may be, if you're on the high part, I don't think water would back up to you ever. I'm not really concerned about that, but it will drain, it should all drain to that point in front of the Dinker house.
That's why I would like to see an inspection point.
I don't know what you mean by inspection point. What we do is we get an elevation certificate in the beginning of the process. It tells me what the grades are, and we match them up at the end. And we get usually a survey with grade spots on it, and match them up at the end to make sure that we're not elevating the lot. That's,
That's why I'm asking for an inspection point, because after the fact,
well, I guess that's just the way I speak, but we get these things. Is that better? Yeah, we do.
so the grade is going to stay going to the drain.
The grade will be, I don't know what the grade is now, so I can't tell you that. I can tell you that they will not, they're not to drain on other properties. They are to drain to the street, in front of the I guess that's where the catch basin is, in front of the Dinker Cottage. But I have to go look at it. So I can't tell you exactly until I get the paperwork and take a look at it.
Okay. All right, are there any other questions?
Mr. Chairman?
Ron Califf, 308 Parkwood. Are there any current plans or development in the works for these 3 lots?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay.
I have a more general question, which is that, and it's not particularly not specifically related to this, but it seems like maybe at some point in the future, this whole area maybe shouldn't be in R2 if a lot of the lots are more R1 sized. I just wanted to know if that's something we like.
I think we addressed that once, and there was quite a backlash on that.
Okay, all right.
There was.
They want to be R2, they don't.
I removed my comment.
We can address that after the next run for the commission, for the council.
We thought about that once.
All right. Yeah, something to take care of in a lame duck session. I got you.
One way of saying it.
Yeah.
Are there any more questions? Okay, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay, if there are no more questions, do I have any motion on this item?
I move that we accept the application for minor subdivisions for the property identified as lots 18, 20, 22, and 24, Block 109, for properties known as 312 Garfield Parkway Extended in the R2 zoning district.
Right. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
It passes. Moving to old business, we have no old business. Moving to summary of action, we approve the one item. And with that, thank everyone for coming. It's a beautiful day. Please enjoy your beach and while you can, or at least the part that's open. And everybody have a wonderful summer. Thank you.
I move to adjourn.
Good. Second.
Second, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta sign this. You sign and get out of here.